Play ball.
And a welcome into those just joining us. We're just getting started here in the first with no score. Now to 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. The pitch. And he takes strike three called on the fastball, and the leadoff man is gone to start the evening.
To me, when it's raining, the approach at the plate has to change a little bit, especially if you're a guy that can run a little bit. Put the ball in play any way possible, especially on the ground. Making plays in the rain becomes exponentially tougher to do when it's wet. So these offenses really need to limit the strikeouts.
And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
You know, you got to take your time and feel Joe McDonald out behind the dish a little bit. He has a tendency to move his zone around, usually settling in those middle innings.
You know, all you ask for an umpire is to be consistent. At times, Joe Mack is a little bit too inconsistent, particularly from a pitcher standpoint.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. All you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
2 out, nobody on. Into right field, that's a base hit.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
Striding in for Houston, Yordan Alvarez. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you could extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of...
And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Just hung in there on that one. Brentley leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Hit sharply on the ground. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. And the throw will come in quickly from center, so despite the hit and run, they won't get the extra base here.
Wow, looked like an easy beginning of this inning. Gets the first 2 guys out, then the 3 and 4 hitters all of a sudden start locking in on him, and now he's got to get through this 5th-hole hitter and get out of this inning unscathed.
Yeah, he's definitely put his feet to the fire right here. This number 5 guy, he's known. He sits in that 5-hole to drive in runs, and he's smelling ribbies right now.
The 2-2. A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So here now is Jackie Bradley. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. High in the air out to center field. Therefore it is Springer, and he's got it for the first out.
Batting second, the second baseman.
Stepping up to the plate, Dustin Pedroia. 3-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Diaz picks it up. Throw on to first will take care of Pedroia, and there are 2 away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. Here now the 2-2. And this will be lined into center field, and they've got themselves their first hit of the ball game.
fourth, the third baseman, Rafael.
At the plate, Rafael Devers. Hard hit ball to short. Diaz brings it in. On to Altuve for the force out, and the inning is over. Start of the second here in Boston. Let's check in with Heidi for a bit more on the weather.
Well, Matt, it's fairly dry down here right now, but I am told there's a bigger threat of rain later in the game. It's not entirely clear how severe it's going to get, but we could be facing a weather delay if the storm front passes.
Play ball. Ladies and gentlemen,
the 3-2 pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Ranging back is Bradley to the track, and it bangs off the monster. And the Astros get something started right away. It's a leadoff double. So he's into second with a double here to kick off the second inning. And as you can see on the graphic, his total currently leads this Astros ball club. And that'll bring up Aledmus Diaz. And he'll hit with a chance to push across the game's first run.
Yeah, great RBI opportunity here, but at the very least, he needs to find a way to advance that runner to third. Small things like that in a tight game can make a big difference.
And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1. So a runner on second with one down now. And digging in to bat next, the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel. And he looks at a sinker for a called third strike, and now there are 2 gone.
Now, after back-to-back strikeouts, he's got a real good chance of making that leadoff double pretty much meaningless. He's made some good pitches, and these hitters have really failed driving him in or at least getting him over.
No score here as we play inning number 2. A 2-2 count to the Astros catcher. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Last half of the second set to go, and that'll bring up the power hitting shortstop Xander Bogaerts. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Back goes Springer. Now this will rattle up against the wall. And he is safe at second base as he legs out a double.
Oh, D-Roll, that's not a bad way to keep it going. A base hit right there. Hitting streak, 15 games and counting.
Yeah, we're halfway through a calendar month, and he looks up and he's had enough.
Swinging a ball hit high in the air, deep down the left field line. This has plenty of carry. This ball gets down. Let's see if they try to score. Brantley's able to get it in, and that runner will have to hold on at third base. And you see on the graphic right there that his hitting streak will indeed live on as he just continues to hit the ball well. Next up for the Red Sox, Bobby Dahlbeck. He's seen that average climb during his 7-game hitting streak. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. On a line, that's a base hit into left field. And a relay home. A tag, and they get him at the plate as 1 run scores, but not the second. Stepping in now, Christian Vasquez. On a rope to the second baseman, but the runner is back to avoid the double play. So the runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning, and digging into bat next, the big bat of Josh Bell. Line drive to left, and that's in there, base hit.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jackie Bradley Jr.
Standing in now, Jackie Bradley Jr. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Springer on the run. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. A couple of hits in 5 trips to the plate for him back on Wednesday. Weak grounder back to the mound. throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Batting second.
So one away here with the bases empty, and in to hit next will be the outfielder Kyle Tucker. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. See you later. Over the wall, a home run.
And with one swing of the bat, he shows you why he's dripping with tools. He's got the speed, he's got the power. You don't know how to attack this guy. You can't put him on base with a knock or a walk, or he'll just end up on second or third. And if you leave something over the heart of the plate, that's what can happen. Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
The 2-2 one more time. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Pedroia. But one's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue.
That was it.
So digging in now, George Springer. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is
Back here now as the Red Sox are ready to bat in the 3rd inning. And as they do, it's worth mentioning that their lineup has been one of the best in baseball this year. In fact, with the highest team batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging percentage in all of Major League Baseball, it's probably safe to say they have the absolute best offense in the sport these days. As one player told me earlier, yeah, I mean, you don't have to dig too deep into the stats to understand the level we're playing at. We have a special group, we know it, and we still think we can get better. Safe to say no one else around the league hopes they can, guys.
okay. Thank you, Heidi. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Well, last time this guy had some success, but he can't seem to get it going here. In fact, he's given up more hits in this one than he did his entire last outing. And we're only in the 3rd inning.
In now, Rafael Devers. Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. The 1-2. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Boy, there's another base hit, and this is just kind of like that gift that just keeps on giving, D-Roll. Both teams piling up the hits, and we're just in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, their ears were open on both sides during the pitchers meeting today. Good plan at the plate, a lot of execution from the offensive side on both sides.
So now to the plate, Xander Bogaerts. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. And this will get over the wall, in fact, so just the 1 run will be allowed to score. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
Set, and the 2-1 pitch. And this is popped foul off to the right and back into the seats. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And here's a ball hit in the air. And no one will track it down. Another 2-2 offering. Oh, this is stroked into the gap in right center. That's going to get down and head toward the triangle. 1 run is scored. He pulls into second safely as 2 runs come across to score away from the play.
Now batting.
Yeah, with the bases loaded, he didn't walk a run in, so instead he makes the cardinal mistake of putting it right in the heart of the plate. And when you do that, you're going to pay the price, and that's exactly what happens with a 2 RBI double.
Into the box now, Christian Vasquez. Oh, here's a shot out to right center. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's 6-1. He's in at second safely as they also score a pair of runs on the play.
They just keep pouring it on this inning. That's 5 runs so far, and they're not finished yet. They've been teeing off on everything they see, and they're showing no signs of stopping anytime soon.
Now here comes the Houston manager out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So a less than stellar performance here tonight as he makes the early exit and forces that bullpen into action much earlier than anticipated. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the throw will be too late as he can't recover in time. So that'll go into the books as an E6, and he'll be kicking himself over that one. So following the error, it's now runners at first and second. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Jackie Bradley Jr. Line toward right center. Springer is there, 2 gone.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
This one's down to third. Bregman gloves it onto Altuve for the force out, and the inning is over. All set for the
Your attention, please.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Heading out toward shallow right. Right fielder coming on. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Now batting.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Aledmus Diaz. Now the 2-1. Soft grounder left side. Devers gloves it. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Stepping in, Yuli Gurriel. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the at-bat.
The 2-2 one more time. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down, and the inning is over. Astros go down 1-2-3. They trail 6-1. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th, and that brings up the outfielder Alex Verdugo.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Here now is Rafael Devers. Head-to-head matchups with Brad Peacock. He's gone 2 for 5. Throw on to first will get him. Score at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. So 2 gone now here in the Red Sox 4th, and that'll bring up the shortstop and one of the better 2-strike hitters in baseball, Xander Bogaerts. Springer is going to have room out there as he puts all ready to go in the top of the 5th, and now it'll be the catcher, Martin Maldonado.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he fouls this one off. That's popped up. Martinez coming on. He's not going to get to it, so the leadoff guy's aboard with a base hit.
Now batting, the second baseman,
To the plate now, Jose Altuve. 2 balls and a strike to Jose Altuve. Well, you don't need us to tell you it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet. And I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
Just missed with the 2-2 count, and it runs full now. 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error so far for the Astros. Yanked on the ground down the line, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. A payoff pitch one more time. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. Next up for the Stros, Kyle Tucker. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Fouled away. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now that designated hitter, Yordan.
Stepping in now, Yordan Alvarez. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. He's set, and the payoff pitch. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a wall. Here's George Springer.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
The 1-2 pitch.
ball 2.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there. That cutter inside, and that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
Ready with another 2-2. And he strikes him out. So a missed opportunity at the plate as he strands 3 runners and the side is retired. Astros leave him. Set now for the bottom of the 5th. And standing in is the veteran outfielder, J.D. Martinez. Hit to short. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Striding forward now is the DH, Bobby Dalbec. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. Skied into straightaway right. After it is Tucker. But he can't get there, and it bounces over the wall. It's a ground rule double.
When you play in this park where the fences are shorter, this is going to happen more often than any other ballparks.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Christian Vasquez, who drove in 2 runs on a double in his last at-bat. Swinging a blooper to the right side, and that's going to fall for a base hit.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Row, he's been locked in from day 1 of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
So it's back to the top of the order now, and in to hit next it'll be the left-handed batter Jackie Bradley Jr. 1-1, here it comes. Ripped down the first base line. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. It's now 7-1.
The batter, number 15, second baseman, Justin Pedroia.
At the plate now, Dustin Pedroia. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Tucker waits on it, and the inning is over. Top half of the sixth about to get started, and that'll bring up the LSU product, Alex Bregman. A ball and 2 strikes now. And it's fouled away. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
That has to make you feel really good as a pitcher, right? You're making pitches all around the zone, and then you bring that one inside. You can't do anything with it. What does it do? It just locks you up inside. You have no chance to put the ball in play.
The rain coming down as it is, we are in for a long delay. The hope is now that they can get this one in at some point.
Now, this is where it becomes tricky for the managers right now. You have your pitchers out there. You have to be careful not to hurt anybody. So I think the guys that are sitting in the bullpen are on red alert as the delay has begun. And I'm sure both of the managers have a pretty good idea of who's going to be the pitcher to go in after this delay.
And there's out number 2.
Back.
And welcome back inside the ballpark as the weather has finally cleared up. Martin Perez will take the rubber once again after the long delay. It'll be interesting to see how that might affect him. But stepping in to get play started again, Yuli Gurriel. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. 1 run, 7 hits, 1 error so far for the Astros. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch. And the next up will be Alex Verdugo. Well, the reliever remains in the game here, having pitched very well, but this is a longer outing than what he's used to.
It is, Matt, and I really tip my cap to him for gutting this thing out right now. On the other side, I worry they're being a little bit too greedy by leaving him out there. There are options left in the pen, and it would be a shame if all his hard work got undone because he started making some mistakes in location due to fatigue.
In now, Rafael Devers. Devers, right field and carrying well. And out of here, and I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Number 10 for him on the year as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
I think if this pitch would have been a little higher and in on his hands, it would have been effective. But he left this one belt high. Big mistake. He's a guy that will feast on belt-high pitches on the inner half, which is pretty obvious now.
Number 58 will take the ball now as the new pitcher.
Number 58.
At the plate, Xander Bogaerts. And that's down into left center for a base hit. This will kick up against the wall now. And now Gracious just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem.
Just an absolute laser that time, screaming off the bat, if you will, and Showtrack tells us it went out at 112 miles an hour. Those are the line drives you can hear as they go by.
So now to the plate, J.D. Martinez. But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out.
Now batting.
Digging in, Bobby Dahlbeck. He hit a two-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field, and it's gone into the monster seats. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. 6th home run on the season for him as the blowout continues.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Stavinsky gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Into the box now, Josh Bell. Lifted the other way to left center. Springer giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Standing in, Jackie Bradley Jr. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Springer. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Striding in once again, Martinez. To 2-2 now. Perez is among a dying breed. Those lefty specialists whose roles are changing with the new rules around reliever usage. Softly hit to short. Right to him. And there's one down to begin the 7th. So up to the plate next will be Jose Altuve. 1-1 is in there for the second strike. The 1-2.
I got to count 2-2.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Here's a fly ball, well hit. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. So a beautiful running catch on display that time as we get a look at it again with Show Track. He took a solid route, covered quite a bit of ground, 110 feet to be exact, to bring that one in. That's a catch to remember. Ready for another chance? Kyle Tucker. He homered back in the 3rd inning in this one. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that'll wind up a foul ball just to the right of Pesky's pole. The 2-2. 2 out, nobody on. Fouled off. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate. The 2-2 one more time. And he fouls this one off. Another try at 2-2. Good take there to lay off the high fastball.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long epic at bats, you start to get into swing mode.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fouled away. Another payoff pitch. A bouncer to the left side. Throw on to Bell at first, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3. Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. The 1-1. Weak grounder down the line at third, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Davinsky, a right-hander standing 6'3". He was a 25th round pick back in 2011.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
The right fielder, number 99.
One man is out in the Red Sox 7th, and that brings up the outfielder Alex Verdugo. Skied into straightaway right. Chasing after it is Tucker. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Rafael Devers the next to bat. So far 2 for 3 in this one. High in the air out to center field. Springer has a read on it. And that retires the side. Down in order. Here's Michael Brantley.
Ladies and gentlemen,
count is 1-2 now. Now here's the pitch.
nope.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
Grounded to third. Devers has it. And there's one down now. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Yordan Alvarez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Popped up. Bell shading to his right. But it's the pitcher that makes the play. And that's the second out of the inning. So 2 gone now in the Houston 8th. And former World Series MVP George Springer bats next. 1-2 now. Pivetta, the former Philly. He came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting...
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Astros go down 1-2-3. They're looking up at a 12-1 deficit. And that brings in Xander Bogaerts. 3 for 4 so far and seeing it well in this ball game. And he swings on top and sends it on the ground out to second. That's through for a base hit, and he's putting together a monster line in this one. They just can't get him out.
Boy, it's so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Into the box, J.D. Martinez. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
At the plate now, Bobby Dahlbeck. This is line to left. Brenton is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first down.
Now batting, the catcher, Christian Vasquez.
So stepping in, Christian Vasquez. And he's got a shot at history here, but he'll need a triple to complete the cycle. Takes this the other way to right, and that's in there, base hit.
Boy, talk about having a day, Devo. Gets his 4th knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks throughout the course of the year. Add in a tater to go with it. He's smiling. His food's going to taste better tonight.
To the plate now, Josh Bell. In the air now, out to right field. On the run is Tucker. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now. The relay throw to third now, but he's safe. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
That's a spot right there as a pitcher where you'll trade an out for a run anytime. Bases loaded, and only 1 run scores on the sacrifice fly.
Here's Jackie Bradley now, and their runners at the corners now. 1-1, here it is. Pulled toward right center field. And this will get over the wall, in fact, so just the 1 run will be allowed to score.
Pretty good swing right there as he drives this ball deep. 1 hops over the wall, and he could just walk into second base with a ground rule double.
Andre Scrub comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Standing in now, Dustin Pedroia, and it's fouled away. Grounded down the third baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. The 1-2. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score. Now a good throw in will hold that second runner at third base, so they're at the corners now with 2 away. In now, Alex Verdugo. Hit hard to short. Diaz scoops it up onto Altuve for the force out, and the inning is over. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count. At least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
You froze him on the fastball there. Alex Bregman is retired to kick off the inning. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. The 1-2. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Number 10.
Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And it's off the green monster.
Around second now, and this ball still hasn't been fielded.
And he'll make it to third with a triple.
Of course they feel good about the triple, but I know how managers thinking. He's in the dugout wishing that triple would have come when some guys were on base. They've left a lot of guys out there in this one. We'll see if his teammate can bring him home.
Stepping in now, Martin Maldonado. And this is in the air to right, and this should do it. He's got it, and the Red Sox will add one more to their winning streak as this ball game is over.
Wow, another game and another night to celebrate another victory. I'm just excited we've been able to be here to witness this amazing streak. There's nothing prettier in the world than good baseball, and that's just what they're giving us.
15-1 is the final. The Bo Sox posted 15 runs in this one. Trevor Hildenberger gets the win in relief, his 6th of the season. Framber Valdez struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.